Okay, welcome to day 16 of your Soul Health Challenge. If you are still with me, we are almost there. Please keep going to the end. There's so many good things coming. And just be aware that this is a practice. We are not trying to reach any level of spiritual perfection or reach these massive, enormous goals in 2 weeks. That's not really how it works, especially when we're starting out. But you have already come so very far. If you have managed to put together an action plan where you can actually start putting all of your transformational goals into action, then that is like so exciting. And I feel like you're probably already well on your way to making your dreams coming true just from setting it up, just from taking those first steps. So this particular section is on overcoming obstacles. So if you've got any blocks or things that keep getting in the way of your movement forward, I just want you to realize that you are not alone, and this happens to pretty much everyone. So remember, I said way back in the beginning, if you are not already well and truly on your way or where you want to be, there's going to be some obstacles. Now, the universe does this in many tricky different ways. For example, if you decided that suddenly you wanted to do a meditation class, say on a Wednesday morning, with me, and then all of a sudden there were 15 different things that came up. Someone got sick, something came up, you went away, and a work thing came in, etc., and you just couldn't make it. There was just this constant thing after thing after thing getting in your way. One of the things that the universe does, especially if you're making a change, is it makes you check in with yourself. It makes you really commit to something. So it's going to say, are you sure? Are you really sure? We're just going to pop these things in your way. We're just going to test your resolve a little bit. And we're going to make sure that this is something that you actually want. And if it is, if you continue, then usually you will get supported in making it happen, right? But if it isn't, and you pull back and you go back into old patterns of behavior, the universe and your subconscious mind are like, oh, cool, she's going back to safety. We're just going to keep things the same. All right. So sometimes we have to push through resistance, especially in the beginning, to make anything happen. So that's number one. But let's say you have got all of your intentions going in the right direction. You're doing all the things. You're putting the actions into place. You're following your plans. You're trying to move towards transformation, and nothing's happening. So that might be, I'm constantly on dating sites and I constantly keep going out with people. I've, envisioned who I want. I've got my plan of what my family is going to feel like and be like, and I feel so excited about it. And yet I can't meet anybody. There might be an obstacle there. And sometimes we have to sit and discern the difference between, is this a feel the fear and do it anyway issue? As in, is this just my fear getting in the way? And because it's something new, I want to stop it? Or is this like a absolutely terrifying body slam, mental block, belief block, some kind of obstacle that I can't get past? Okay. And this one usually requires some deeper healing. So this might require help with a kinesiologist or a psychologist or an energy healer or someone who can actually clear those blocks for you or with you to help you then move past wherever you're at. Because belief systems and emotions can often get in the way. And if we're not mindful of them, and if we're not bringing them up into the forefront of our minds, and if we're not constantly asking questions, sometimes we can miss them. And also sometimes they can be so subconsciously buried that we don't know that they're there. And so we will inadvertently be blocking ourselves. So if you find that you're being blocked, if you feel like things are not moving in the direction that you want to go into, and you're doing all of those spiritual things, you're self-nurturing, you're self-loving, you're looking after your body, you're looking after your spiritual health, you're planning, you're envisaging, you're calling in and asking for guidance. If you're doing all of those things and you are still getting stuck, then you may have an obstacle there. So bear in mind, these things happen all the time. If it's happening for you, that's okay too, because this becomes really magical medicine for you to work through. the beliefs, the emotions, all of that is medicine for your soul. It's medicine for your soul to get more and more and more aligned with what you're doing. It's never going to be a bad thing. It's always just another challenge. Okay. So don't take it badly. There's nothing wrong with you. You haven't done anything wrong. This is a really normal part of your soul's evolution, your path into where it is that you want to be. Okay. Like I said, if there were no obstacles, if you already knew what you want, you'd probably already be there. Okay. Which would be amazing. But let's face it, most of us are not. And there's going to be reasons for that. Okay. Namely, not doing all of the things that we've done up until now, and also not being able to move through and honor those obstacles as they come up. Okay. So remember, there are always opportunities for growth. And the push is really just to become stronger, to become more resilient and wiser. And every single time I've worked through really big obstacles, I've just become an infinitely better version of myself. Okay. So courage is never about feeling fear, but rather about showing up despite the fear. Feel the fear and do it anyway. And if we can't, simply can't, no matter what we do, and we know there's a block there, go and get help. Go and get some help to move through it. Get some healing done so you can take the next step for you. Okay. So what I want you to do is remember, write down any challenges that you're facing as part of your journey. Trust that you have the courage to overcome them and get even stronger. And check in with yourself. Is it just fear that I need to move through, or is this healing that I actually need to get done? And either way, once you've done it, you'll often find that the path opens and then you'll hit flow again. Okay. So hopefully that's helpful. Don't be discouraged. This is a really, really normal part of it. Just pay attention. Pay attention and see if you have any blocks. They may not be showing up now. They may not be showing up in 3 months, but they might show up in 6 months. They might have been there from the beginning of this, and that's okay as well. We've got our tearing up things. We've got lots and lots of healing options within the Intuitive Mastery School. And you've also got the options to go and get healing done so that you can move through these obstacles for yourself. Okay. Have a really good rest of the day. Don't be worried. Don't be concerned if you have obstacles. These are just opportunities and medicine for growth and just allowing you to get really clear and dive even deeper into your soul purpose. All right. I will see you tomorrow.